Coyote Culture is presented by the Cheyenne River Predator Hunters and TS Customs, precision firearms built for success. This segment of Coyote Culture is brought to you by Atlas Target Works, steel targets that perform when it matters most.
I'm out with Dakota and his younger brother, Rocky.
Hey, this is my brother, Rocky Longbreak. Yeah, you got to see him last season on Coyote Culture, but you didn't really ever get to meet him. We were just hunting, I guess, and that's all it was.
Nice to meet you.
Rocky's a heck of a coyote caller. Probably kills more coyotes than we do every year.
I'm not used to all the lights and cameras, and just used to going out and shooting coyotes.
The first couple of times Rock went with us in these cameras, he absolutely didn't like it. Didn't like it at all.
Instead of just calling a coyote in and killing it, you just kind of gotta be paying attention to more what's going on, you know, to try to get the film better, and it makes it a little tougher, I guess, but not terrible.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the weather's good if Rocky probably calls every day. I would love to have the time he has, but all in all, you know, heck of a coyote caller, really, really good shot, and you're about to see why. We're headed out to a spot we've had a lot of success in the past. I think we had to wait for the sun to come up even before we could start calling, so.
That's one of the best times, I guess, to call. It's just daylight and right before dark. So if you can get out there and make that first set, them first couple sets at daylight are some of the best ones of the day, so.
It's always cold, but it's always the most miserable conditions when it's the best, it seems.
Your chances are better. Yeah, this one we headed up to a spot where all of us had called it before. All of us had made a set around this dogtown before. Me and Rocky and Lonnie got in there and got snuck in there. And
you know, I'm set up on the left. Rocky set up a little bit higher on the right. You know, he's going to get anything that comes from off to the right. You know, I'm kind of going to take anything that comes from the left. We're on this set for a little while, and finally we get something to come in. You can't quite see these coyotes until they're right there. There's not enough sunlight, but they're coming in and coming in hard. I end up pushing a button on my call, and these coyotes are coming in, and that call is they're spinning. Before I could get it stopped, the coyotes are kind of looking at it like, what the heck's going on, you know, and we knew we had to get them shot pretty fast.
This segment of Coyote Culture is brought to you by Swagger. Shoot with confidence. Shoot with Swagger, the bipod with moves.
We got these two coyotes in front of us. I'm on the left, Rocky's on the right. Things are about to go down, so we got to make a decision fast.
You know, they were getting pretty close, and I hate to let them get too close, because to me, I've missed more at 20, 30 yards than I have at 200 yards. I mean, I hate it when they get too close, I guess.
Nice shot, Rock. Good shooting, boys.
Not bad, eh?
Honestly, probably one of my favorite sets to make all year. Always coyotes here.
2 years in a row, our first set was a double. Our first set together knocked down a double. The Rock hit one on the run.
Yeah, the Rocky made a hell of a good shot. Rocky made an incredible shot, running shot on that coyote.
Some people, it's really amazing to hit a running coyote, but I mean, when I was younger, we shot at coyotes running all the time, you know, feeding cows and stuff. And it ain't easy. It's luck a lot of the time too, but good start to the morning, I guess. It always feels good to get two coyotes on the first stand of the morning. So.
That's a hell of a way to start your morning.
I'm out with Rocky and Dakota, and we got a double in the truck. It's looking like it's going to be a really good day.
This segment of Coyote Culture is brought to you by TS Customs Precision Firearms, built for success.
We got a double down already. We're on some good ground, and we moved our next spot, and we hear some coyotes kind of downwind.
It was within a half mile of us, just over the hill, and the pickup was back over the hill.
I remember the whole time walking over there. As we were walking over this hill, them coyotes are going to crack that hill in front of us, and it's going to all be messed up. Luckily, them coyotes held off and stayed back on the other side of that ridge line. Let us get set up again.
Yeah, I went down lower. There's kind of a road run down into the draw, and then I kind of went off the hill down in some taller grass. And Lonnie pretty much laid on the road, I think.
Them coyotes had us pegged, I think, when they come over the ridge, though. The whole time we were sitting there, we had only seen 2 coyotes. We never actually seen the 3rd coyote on this video until we went back, later and watched the video back again. So we were actually only fixing with 2 coyotes. But as you can see on this video, that one in the back had the attention of them 2 in the front, though. Yeah. Them 2 in the front were always like this and looking back over their shoulder to see what that 3rd coyote was doing.
Something's up. That's the problem when you call in multiple numbers. You have multiple eyes. I'd almost call in 1 coyote every time rather than 3, because there's always that one that hangs back there and doesn't let the other 2 come over the hill.
And you could see that 3rd coyote that was back there by that telephone pole. And that coyote was a lot more cautious than the first 2 were. Well, out there, we couldn't see that. We could just see the first 2 coyotes. For a while, they start off that hill a little more. It looks like, oh, here they come. And then they don't. You're stuck in the do you shoot at them right there mode, or do you try to let them come in closer? Because them coyotes they were back and forth up there on the hill. You kind of thought that they were going to maybe come in, then they'd kind of sit down and act like they weren't, and then maybe come in, and it's kind of a tough call on coyotes like that.
We're throwing everything at these coyotes. I'm going from rodents to rabbit to pup distress. Just trying everything to get them to come off the hill. And you can kind of tell they keep looking back, and they're just not wanting to come at all.
This segment of Coyote Culture is brought to you by Lane, the ultimate in suppressed firearms.
We're throwing everything at these coyotes, just trying everything to get them to come off the hill. And you can kind of tell they keep looking back, and they're just not wanting to come at all.
I think if these guys would have got down there with me, then probably would have come. They might all three come down off the hill anyway. Yeah, one kind of started, and then I think they seen the other coyotes leave, and then they knew something was going on.
Again, Rocky and I are split up, so we can't really communicate, and he must have been thinking the same thing I was, because somatically we both shoot same time.
You both hit it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, both of you hit it. There was more stuff flew in the sky from them 2 bullets than I've probably ever seen come out of a coyote. Some of that stuff didn't land for several seconds afterwards.
I thought they were going to come in.
I did too. I started lip squeaking. I thought they might, kind of.
Once that front one started slow, I thought they was going to come off that hill.
I thought if I lip squeaked, because I was hid pretty good in bushes, they might kind of get to looking towards me, and he looked kind of rough-haired, that one.
Kinda.
I think you hit it first, though.
We both hit it. My gun was shooting about 800 feet per second faster than Lonnie's, so my bullet probably got there first. I'd probably hit him first.
You can hear the bullets, bump, bump. That's not us saying both shoot. That's just us knowing that it's time to shoot. That coyote didn't have any chance of getting away.
It's about 250 to them big sagebrush on top, 240.
Pretty good day of calling coyotes. If you get, 4, 5, 6 in a day, that's a pretty good day of calling coyotes. And we had 3 in the back of our pickup, and it wasn't even lunchtime yet. So.
This is another one of them hunts where it was pretty frustrating that we couldn't get more of the coyotes out of that package, but still a successful hunt, still got some fur down. Anytime you can out-trick the tricksters is a pretty good day.
On the next episode of Coyote Culture, Oren and Dakota take advantage of the perfect day.
This is the first time that I'd taken Oren and always had coyotes there. Always had coyotes there.
When they get caught off guard by a sneaky dog.
Is that a coyote? And Dakota, coyote!
That's next time on Coyote Culture.